Good morning dear students of class 12th. In last video lecture we were talking about intramural activities, and here today factors affecting intramural activities are given. So first factor is need and condition of institution. The planning of intramural starts from the needs, conditions and interest of the institution. Thus they should be considered like strength of students, age of groups of students, gender of group, staff available, time and duration for intramural activities. Second factor is facilities available. The planning of intramural activities should consider the facilities available in the institution like ground and play field, equipments and their condition, officiating and the other helping staff available. Considering these factors, the activities of intramural are selected. Next is fund available. Fund available. To organize any type of activity, funds are required to provide medals, trophies, kits, arrangements, refreshments, etc. Thus, sufficient funds are required for intramural activities, and funds should only be used for intramural activities with proper procedure. Next is activities for mass participation. The activities of intramural should have maximum participation of students. Moreover, it should develop interest among students. Means if there is maximum participation of students, it will develop interest among the students, and there should be variety of activities for mass participation to be competed in a healthy way. Next is the active role of students. As these activities are for the students, thus they should perform active role in its organization in a democratic way. Next is supervision by teacher. Intramural activities should be guided and supervised by teachers, and teachers should motivate students for active participation in these. Next is inculcate social and moral values, means development of social and moral values. In intramural activities, the social and moral values should be inculcated among students like cooperation, friendship, togetherness, discipline, adjustment, etc. Next is the student body in lead-up roles. In organizing intramural activities, the lead-up roles of student be performed with full sincerity. They are like president, vice president, secretary, assistant secretary, cashier, captains, etc. And the next is division of students in houses. In intramural activities need healthy competition. Thus, students should be equally divided according to strength or abilities of students into various houses. House name can be chosen from the names of freedom fighters or famous personalities, mountain names, etc. Each house should wear different color kit during intramural activities. 10th is develop good leadership. Each house should be guided and led by the experienced captain, whereas vice captains should equally share the responsibility, and they should lead the house for collective efforts without favoritism. And importance of intramural activities. Some importance of intramural activities are given here. First is provide opportunity It provides good opportunity and chance to every student to participate and compete in activities of their interest. Second importance, develop interest, means intramural activities develop interest among students to participate in multi activities. Next is healthy competition. So it provides good and healthy atmosphere to participate and compete for physical activities. Moreover, it also has recreational value. Fourth is sportsmanship qualities, means intramural activities develop the spirit of togetherness, sportsmanship and sport ethics. It promotes moral values. It promotes social and moral values in real practical form. Next is leadership qualities. Intramural activities develop leadership abilities among students and it gives lot of chances to improve further. And then develop talent, means intramural activities develop talent in students to know their talent and motivate themselves to improve further. Next is organizational ability. It gives experience to students to organize and administer the programs with new ideas. Then next is better selection. It helps teachers or coaches to select and screen good players for intramural competitions. A new talent player is also noticed by teachers. The last is better coaching. Players are further trained for extramural activities by getting good chance in intramural activities. Then here we will discuss about the extramural activities. The word extramural means the activities performed outside the wall of institution, means these kinds of activities are played outside of the institution. These are the competitions at inter-institutional level. Extramural activities are played at various levels like inter-school, inter-district, inter-state, cluster, regional, national and international levels. And the motive of extramural activities is to find the talented player and to give exposure to good players at higher level. Extramural activities are the index and image of the institution. And need of extramural activities. What is the need of extramural activities? Good selection. Means in extramural activities, the selection of the player should be very good. Means for participation in extramural activities, there should be proper and fair team selection by experts. Sufficient practice. The selected team should do sufficient practice of game under good coach. Next is systematic training. Proper training methods should be followed in a systematic, progressive way during their practice session. Next is team strategies develop. Team must be well trained, related with rules, regulations, umpire signals, technical approach of skill, tactical pattern and strategic patterns of the game. Next is the teamwork. The team members must be enforced to perform collective efforts, whereas selfish players should not be encouraged at all. And friendship bonds and togetherness should be appreciated. Next is the develop social qualities. The coach or teacher should encourage players towards social and moral values like helping nature, adjustment, discipline, leadership, etc. Development good team ethics. All members of the team should be enforced to obey their captain, leader and coach with full sincerity. Then use of standardized equipments. The team should be well equipped with standardized equipments to be used during training and competition, like proper sports kit, proper shoes, guards, balls, etc. Then competition among age groups. The documentation of eligibility pro forma of player should be correct as per record, whereas original age proof should be shown if required. Respecting rules. Team must play the competition with true spirit of sportsmanship, respecting and abiding by the rules and regulations which govern them. These were the needs of extramural activities. Now specific sports programs. Health is man's biggest asset. Man cannot progress or prosper unless he possesses good health. The health can be improved through various activities of physical education. Earlier, participation in these physical activities was limited for new people, but nowadays participation in these activities has widely increased for every member of society. Today, there are various forms of physical activities which are participated at mass level, involving large number of local people. These specific sport programs are like annual sports day, national sports day, cross country, city marathon, health run, city run, run for fun, run for unity, run for awareness, run for a specific cause, run on special day, etc. Basically, the purpose of this specific program is to enhance good health, means to improve good health and fitness along with awareness for a specific cause for the benefit of society. Next is the factors for specific sports programs. What are the factors for a specific sport program? These specific sport programs are not an easy task to organize, as they require a lot of planning and good organization. The following factors should be considered during planning for these specific programs. First factor is purpose of program. The purpose of program should be made clear to all, or what it will serve to society. Next is to decide date and venue. The date and day venue of program should be decided well in advance. A special day should be preferred for a specific awareness run, etc. Next is chalking out schedule. A good planning is required while chalking out the schedule and timing of the program, likely assembly and dispersal point, opening and closing timing, etc. for participants. Next is path for event. The path for running of course of track should be decided after considering the distance and safety factors of the path. Next is arranging the requirements. Proper consideration should be given while arranging the requirements for this program. Making the budget. After chalking out the program, the budget for the event should be made and sufficient funds should be arranged. Next is the information to participants. Good planning is required to bring maximum participation for the program. Help can be taken from media for its publicity. Tentative strength should be considered for event. The participant must be informed about rules and regulations of the event. Then next factor is safety arrangements. Proper planning should be made regarding the safety arrangements of participants like help from traffic police, diversion of traffic, assistance from police, other volunteers help, etc. Then check over participant. Adequate planning should be made to check and control the participants. They must be guided and directed properly at different points. If possible, the participants should wear dress code or a specific kit for the event. Then the next factor is facilities for event. The needful facilities should be provided to the participant like safe water arrangement at different points, refreshment, medical aid for injured person, recovery van, etc. Next is the reward to winners. Reward should be given to position holders, whereas other participants should be encouraged and motivated to perform better. And then the last factor is safe dispersal. In the end of the program, the organizer should see the safe dispersal of participants, etc.